Yo, what up? It's Bradley, Brad Taste of Music. And Gorillaz Demon Days is what I'm going to be reacting to today. Now, of course, I filmed this footage a very long time ago. So, I got an hour and 27 minutes of footage I have to edit. So what do you say we just jump in? Alright, boom.
Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad Taste of Music, and it's time for some back-to-back Gorillaz content.
I recorded this about a month ago, so what? Leave me alone.
That's right. Earlier this week, I took a look at the new album, The Now Now, which was a snore fest, and I wouldn't really say I did a review as much as I did an 8-minute complaining show about it. It was like Tylenol PM. And yeah, Demon Days. Let's do this. Intro. This album cover is iconic at this point. I have no clue what the purpose of that was. I would not say I'm a fan though. That is so odd, off the wall. However, it's intriguing. Something that the Now Now wasn't. We're not going to talk about that album anymore in this review. First song, Last Living Souls.
Are we the last living souls? Are we the last living souls? Last.
Oh, okay, so maybe that intro was kind of like saying, okay, so I know there was like some lyrics about chemicals in the water or whatnot when I was looking through it. Maybe he's saying like everyone now is dead, right? And they're the last ones living, and they're like the demons or something. I don't know. There's like the demon days is in there's just demons around him, and he's asking, are we the last living souls? Are we the last ones on this planet left? Not a big fan of the beat, but honestly, it's already ambitious. I mean, right out the gate. So, and interesting, definitely. Not a big fan of this song. Ooh. Never mind. Not a big fan of this mix, honestly. It does sound really sloppy. Just in terms of like the vocals, they're really hidden. It doesn't really blend that well. Plus, I'd say the instrumental doesn't really fit all that well with what he's saying. I mean, it is a little groovy, it's a little dancey. I just don't think it works here. I do like that. This is alternative, man. This is alternative. That works, actually. That's really pretty. Okay, it's growing. Fine, it won me over. But I wouldn't say it's in like top Gorillaz songs. In fact, I'd say it's still lower tier. I liked a lot of the creative elements. I also liked the part where it switched in this sort of folky country area and then switched back. It was an interesting thing, but it worked, you know what I mean? Actually pretty impressive. A lot of the vocals in the very beginning were a little too which, I mean, it didn't match exactly kind of what he was going for, but in general, it lost me in some points. But it does put together this sort of theme that it's going for this post-apocalyptic universe. And I will say, from the music videos that I've seen from, like, say, Feel Good Inc. and Dare, I could totally see this being, like, just, like, end of the world kind of album. And, of course, visuals a little cheating, but it's Gorillaz. It's literally Gorillaz. They're a visual sort of cartoon band. But yeah, kids with guns. This works really well in context of the album, like where it's placed and the sonics of it actually kind of blend really well. Okay, yes, this is perfect in context because it seems as if, like you're saying, are we the last living souls? And it's like, it's so post-apocalyptic in a sense to where now there's like, you see kids with guns running around as if maybe like the kids have taken over in a Lord of the Flies situation. That chorus is so good. It's like so weird where it sounds like he's actually just like in this pain. But man, that sounds so sweet. Not a fan of this really bassy mix though. It's really poorly put together right in this part. Kids with Guns is a good song. I mean, I know everyone loves this song. I'm not just saying that so that people don't run after me with pitchforks. No, it's a really good song, and I think it fits perfectly in this album because there really is this sort of defeated vibe. All hope is gone. And I think that that's perfectly displayed throughout, like, a lot of the vocal passages. It's odd to kind of put together a lot of the instrumentals in terms of what's being built with the theme. However, it does work, and I think it especially works here, especially with the do-do-do, do-do-do. But, man, the bass is not working. Like, the bass and the lows just don't match this aesthetic. They're just so overdone. If I'm listening to music like this, I don't want, like, this extremely heavy and loud sub bass. Still a really good song. Next song, Oh Green World. Oh, that's so much fun. This is so weird. What? This is not traditional at all. I can't say I'm a fan of this one. It's obnoxious. This song just doesn't work. There's nothing I can pull from here. It's just really annoying. There, when it strips it back, that's better. Lyrics are what really makes this song good. Alright, so it seems as if he's saying, oh green world, please don't leave me. Maybe he's talking literally like the world, don't die on me, right? I mean, that would kind of fit with the post-apocalyptic theme, but however, it's sort of pushing you away with the sound. I kind of get that now, that the sound's sort of pushing you away from what's really going on. And it seems like really what he's trying to say is just being masked. That bass groove is what sells it too. That bass groove is great. God damn it. Yeah, that's it. That's actually gonna be the first song. I'm very conflicted on what to feel about it, because there were just so many points in that song to where it was just like losing me completely. And the mix was not that good. I don't think it really worked in that sense. However, thematically, it fits perfectly into the album. Lyrics are interesting enough to keep me listening. And I'd say that it definitely had those parts in the bridge where that worked extraordinarily well. So it had things that were great, things that just didn't work. Next song, oh my god, I already heard this song, but you're crazy if you don't think I want to hear this song again, man. Dirty Harry. Jesus. The kids singing brings me back to Kids with Guns. I mean, it almost seems as if it's just this whole clueless post environment is the perfect song to really have before this, because that's exactly what I keep thinking back to with these kids singing. Like, it's very lo-fi as well. Like, you hear it seems like there's this effect on it that makes it sound grainy. It's almost like it's being, like, played through a tape recorder. This was so fantastically put together. This rap always never fit. Like, it never really fit when I was listening, but in terms of this whole desert dusty feel, you could tell it's, like, completely just, like, winded out, like, almost entirely, to where it just seems, like, tough to even hear what the hell he's saying. The lyrics are so well put together for this idea of war, especially. I love this line, the war is over, so said the speaker. Kind of like winning the battle, but not winning the war in a sense. It almost seems like war is over, but there's still the aftershock of it. I don't know, man. There's so much to this verse that's so well written. And then there's like these weird lines, yours from a bottle, mine's from a canteen. I don't know, saying like maybe different upbringings. Like there's a lot of things in this verse that I never really picked up that are just kind of fantastic. What the hell is that ending? I love this song, but there was so much more I picked up on it on like an additional listen. There's a lot to definitely pull out of it. Impressive, I will say. Definitely impressive. Next song, Feel Good Inc. Yes, I've heard this song. Everyone's heard this song. So underrated. Tootie's verse is so goddamn well written. I'm just gonna say that. Look, there's so much to get into, but just the imagery and the wordplay and everything about this verse is so freaking there. It's just there. You see it so vividly. Everything is so fantastically written in this verse. I don't even know. It's just like fantastic. It's fantastic. I got nothing else to say. It's really good. That windmill chorus is probably like top choruses of all time. There's so much in it. It's written beautifully. It's sung absolutely to like near perfection, to this beauty, and the acoustics backing it works so well. Everything about this sounds so fantastic. And then the rap comes in, and you wouldn't think it would work, but it blends so perfectly, even with this melancholy feel that goes throughout this whole thing. Yo, even more imagery with this laughing gas, these hazmats, that even adds into this aesthetic that was built with more dusty. I imagine this like abandoned city, especially how he's saying melancholy town where we never smile. It's like this. I see literal gas, like these guys are like the mob running the streets. That's how I imagine it. I just kind of see this, and I see these guys kind of like causing havoc. And it's interesting, especially in the fact that this whole beat is sort of this upbeat thing, and he's melancholy, but this is more like the people kind of coming in and sweeping up the place. It's so interesting how a lot of these sounds and this alternative element blends together. But like dust, ghost town, like there's so many things here that add to this imagery throughout this verse. It's so well orchestrated. Oh, and that modulation, it's like so much of the shit works. It's so fantastically put together. This song is unreal. It's actually kind of unreal. Yeah, so much about that song works. To the point of like, I'm kind of blown away from re-listening and just sitting down and analyzing it, because I've never done that. But just like in terms of being in the album, it's like such a standout. No wonder this song is so popular. It deserves all of its praise. It's so phenomenally constructed beyond comprehensions. It builds such a vivid landscape, and not only that, it sounds fantastic. It sounds unreal, like produced to perfection. Everything about this song really just shines and really just pushes out. I just love it. Next song, Mañana. How do you even follow that up, by the way? I don't even know. This sounds familiar. I've probably heard this song before. There's a YouTube video with like best of Gorillaz or something, and I think this might be one of the songs that was on there that I didn't really love. But, you know, it was there. It's still listenable. Okay, don't get mad at me yet. Yeah, this was on the playlist. I know that for a fact now. Alright. I do like the sung hook. I think that's probably the best part here. I think that the sound of it sounds really relaxed and laid back, and it does work as a good break from Feel Good. That's what I will give it. Yeah, the sound play is fantastic. I can't even. Especially at the very end here, how sweet everything sounds and how glorious and how like free-spirited, but yet still like concerned. Like there's something so beautiful about the way that everything sounds and blends together at the very end, to where it just wins me over so much. Yeah, the sound play is fantastic. Like, you could tell that there was so much ambition backing that. There was so much meaning behind this song. There really was. And even if you don't pick up exactly through the lyrics, you pick up through the sound, through the gorgeous aesthetic. Really good. I swear to God, editing this is going to be a pain. Every planet we reach is dead. Ah, it's this one. Yes, I have heard this song. I've heard this song, but I never really analyzed it or dove deep into it. I just remember the sound play on this song is unreal. The timing when he says that, they're so dusty, it's so dead, it's like such a perfect aesthetic. Oh, the piano is too good for this world, man. Like that grainy, dead loop at the very end also adds. There's just everything adds to this aesthetic. That's the perfect song to leave it off. Look, there's something about that song that's just it works to the point of just sort of transcending itself. It's a really fantastic aesthetic. I feel like there's this huge gloomy dead feel, and this very end, this end solo is so dusty, it's so like hurtful. So my thoughts on this album so far, it's not perfectly mixed, but the points to where it does come together and work, it's fantastic. And I think the aesthetic really helps out with this album, because what it doesn't have, like for what the perfect mix, like it's not there, but it has ambition and it has themes, it has fantastic lyrics to sort of just make up for that completely. And I think that this album so far is just so well paced, well constructed, and enjoyable to the point of where not everything has to be so in your face and punchy. But much like their debut album, it's this super dusty aesthetic that keeps you listening. And I'm very, very, very impressed so far with what this is. Yeah, so that's end of part 1. My name is Bradley. I have a bad taste in music. Make sure you check out my Patreon, please. I need money. I need to put a roof over my head, you know what I'm saying? YouTube's paying me. I love YouTube for doing that, by the way. Thank you guys for finally giving me money. But yeah, you know, enough of that. Yeah, check out stuff on my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video, in part 2, which I will be working on.